Jay Combs with Our Home, and I'm going to talk a little bit about being on a team versus being an independent agent in 2022. Now, you know I've talked about this topic before, but I really want to talk about it in 2022. As most of you guys know, interest rates just went up to 5+%, and there's no inventory to sell. So how do you thrive in this market? How do you live in this market? And how do you stay employed or self-employed for that instance in this market? How do you live, right? And so I want to talk a little bit about what that looks like and what's the pros, what's the cons. Obviously, if you're on independent agent side of that, you're getting more for your money, meaning you're getting more split than you would on a team, right? But the reality is, guys, is you're gonna have to work 3, 4, 5 times as hard to get the same amount of business as you did last year, this year, right? Less homes in the market. Now there's more competition because there's more agents. Literally, there's new agents that are getting licensed every single day. Stop telling them to get their license, by the way. Stop. Don't do that anymore. But anyways, in all seriousness though, there is a 90% failure rate within 5 years of real estate agents getting their license and getting out of the business. I literally have had dozens and dozens of agents that I've seen personally get into the business, out of the business within a year. And so I want to talk about the why behind that, and I want to talk about what it's going to look like in 2022. I've told my team that you're going to have to work harder to get the same amount of business. And so if you have white space on your calendar, it's going to be really hard to stay in the business this year. In fact, there's some of the biggest teams in Knoxville that used to have 100+ listings that are down to single-digit listings. I know personally our listing inventory is down. We're hovering between 40 to 50 listings right now. Where we've been higher than that, we've been lower than that. But the reality is if you don't have inventory to sell, you can't get a buyer pre-approved now because the interest rates have gone up. Literally yesterday we had a deal fall out of contract because they were approved for this. With this interest rate, now it's all out of whack, and so that deal fell through. And so it's just going to get harder, guys. You're going to have to be more creative. And so working on an independent, you don't have to sell as many homes, right, to get the same amount of commissions. But the reality is, guys, is you have to have homes to sell. You have to have inventory to put people in front of, and working with a team, you have a lot of structure. And in this market, right, the top agents, they'll always be the top agents, right? But for the rest of the 80%, I'm talking to you, right? And so if you're in that scenario of where you're in the business, you've gotten by for the last couple of years, it's gonna be a hard market. And if you're not prepared, you're gonna go out of business. Just a fact. Don't want that to happen, but that is the reality. And so what could a team do that an independent wouldn't get? So obviously leads, you guys know that. But really in my group, it's all about support, right? Half the battle is supporting the agents, getting them over past those hurdles, the mental blocks, the roadblocks, the call reluctancy, right? Getting them over that. Literally, 50% of the battle is just making the first phone call. And so if you can get over that, you're going to be in a better situation. Also, when you work with a big team, there's more people, there's more inventory, there's more opportunity, right? And so you have this influx of more business, more opportunity versus where, you're on your own, you're independent, you're by yourself. And so, yeah, you win by yourself, you lose by yourself. At least on a team, you're winning together. And so when other people are going through those hurdles, they can literally help you get out of that. And that is the value of what a team brings, especially in this market that we're in right now. I didn't go through 2008. I know a lot of you guys that watch this did go through 2008. I wasn't. Heck, I just graduated high school. But I have been through slow markets. I've been through markets where we've had a little bit of transition. But all in all, the market has been healthy, since I got in real estate back in 2015, 2016. And so I've watched it though, but I've watched the trends. And I'm telling you guys, from what I'm feeling, is we're having to work a whole lot harder to make it. And so the ones who grind and put in the work, that follow the systems, that follow the training, that do the work, they're making the calls, they're prospecting, they may have to door knock, you may have to go out and call for sale by owners. Whatever you got to do, you're going to have to work a little bit harder than you have in the past, right? And so that's really the biggest thing. Everyone claims they've got the best training, they got they got this award, this accolade, right? Like, none of that really matters, right? Who's going to put you in the best situation? Who's going to give you the opportunity, right? Because you can be the greatest salesperson, you can be the smartest, you can know the contracts better than anyone, but if you don't have the support or you don't have the opportunity, it doesn't matter. I've said it before, you can be the greatest person in the world in whatever aspect. If you don't go out and act and you don't go out and produce, no one will ever know about you. So that's my 2 cents on that, guys. We're all gonna have to put in a little bit more work. That is that's the big and simple of it. We're all gonna have to go out and earn the business in 2022. It's not gonna just lay down like it has been. And people are getting more savvy, right? People they know what's going on in the market, and so you're gonna have to work a little bit harder in 2022 to make it happen. Hope that helps, guys. If you have questions, if you have comments, think this video is bullshit, really don't care, but if you want to know more, you want to know why, some of the top teams are always the top teams, or you want to know maybe different companies, different splits, whatever it is, I'm happy to share that with you. But anyway, stay tuned to the next video and work your ass off, make it happen in 2022.